I had some things, I had some things that paused that process, right? And I can't wait to
Mm.
resume it, right? But while doing that process, we had to work with a fire hose, right? And that thing, if you've never experienced a fire hose, it is one it catches you off guard, right?
Mm.
Because a fire hose is a lot of water. It is when it's charged, when they're fighting fires, that thing is heavy. You know,
Yeah.
it'll knock you off your feet. So when I
Mm.
was doing it, I had to realize, like, yo, people used to be getting hit with this.
Damn.
Wow. Wow.
People used to get the same thing that we're using to fight fires. People used to get hit with this. So if you're someone who has a uncle or a grandfather or a grandmother who got hit with that, or you, shoot, that wasn't that long ago. There's people still alive that got hit with it, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
That
Yeah.
that's something that's gonna cause you to second guess, right? That community. They just said Ruby
Right.
Bridges,
So that would line up to PTSD or trauma.
yeah, yeah, and that's where the hate usually comes from. Now, mind you, eventually you do have to try to get past that trauma because not everyone's like that.
Right.
But when you have people that pass that trauma down, right? Because now you may not have been the one that experienced that, but you
Right.
have family members that will tell you about it,
Right.
right? And
Right.
that in turn affects you, right?
Yeah.
There
But
was
that's
a
all how you perceived it too, because
there.
you also got to remember your ancestors did it,
Hmm.
so you don't have to deal with it. Yes, you
Right.
have to go through it, but you don't have to have such a big hatred on
Yeah,
everybody as your ancestors did, your grandma, grandpas. Like, I don't feel like you should have such a big hatred, but it also depends on the circumstances that happen too.
yeah, yeah, and it's in different forms nowadays. It's not as overt. It's not as in your face, regularly. It's still
It's
in your
really
face
not.
sometimes, but it's not how it was where you'd be walking down the street and experience it.
Yeah, we had a problem. We went straight face to face. We knocking at your
Right.
door. We was at the schoolyard. We was face to face. We didn't have phones back then. We were face to face. I was the quiet one. I didn't say nothing. I just observed. I just
Mm.
looked. I was just staying ready.
One of the things that actually shocked me recently was we when we talk about stuff like that, the reason that the trauma that you're talking about, stuff like desegregation of schools, they say, oh, it was so long ago,
Right.
but they said that Ruby Bridges has a TikTok. You know who Ruby Bridges is, right? She was the first African American to go to a desegregated school.
Hmm.
She has a TikTok, which means that she's been alive long enough to experience that
Right.
and now experience this new generation. So it was long ago, but it wasn't really that long ago.
Right.
It was not.
About what?
But a lot of people forget how long it has been, and it still continues. Like, it hasn't disappeared. It just, like you said, in different forms.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like 60 years ago, right? About 60 years.
about 60 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
about
Yep.
60 years.
Yep.
So,
1960s. Oh.
But my thing is this, I always give people the chance to show me who they are, right? And
right.
I feel like that's the reason why.
I say the
Um,
benefit of doubt.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I think that would help heal a lot of that what you're talking about, right? I'm not just gonna
Right.
see a white person and automatically think that they're racist or they're biased, or anything like that. You have to give people the chance.
Right.
And it's a little dangerous in our community because
It is. But I believe
these
it goes both ways too. And, seeing that we are doing our best to heal and move forward and see the best in other races. But
Mhm.
if you don't have the other race doing the same as well, then we would never get to a place where we need to be. We're always going to be combative. We're always going to be scared or looking out because we don't even know we're going to be alive or dead the next day. Like, you
Right.
really got to count your blessings because you don't know, and it's sad that you have to teach all these things and know all these things. It's like you came and walked down the street without being profiled. Like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. I didn't know that was
Yeah.
against the law. So I
Um,
get it.